Hi everyone, I just finished filming my half face Glossier, half face Rms Beauty, and can you guess which one is which? This side is Glossier and this side is Rms. They do look very similar, but throughout the video you'll hear me like comment on each product and how they compare to each other and what my preferences are, which side I like better. Before we get started, I do want to let you guys know I am a Glossier rep. I have a link down below where if you shop through my link you can get 10% off. If that for some reason bothers you and you feel like I'm going to be biased throughout the video, just click out. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the negativity. All I can really do is sit here and let you guys know that I am 100% honest and truthful with what I prefer, what I like, and I'll always let you guys know if there's a dupe that I prefer. If you are interested in the half face Glossier, half face something else, I will leave all of my half face videos down below. I really like filming them, but I really don't like to keep my intros super long. I know you guys don't like long intros. I don't like watching them either, so let's just get started into the video. So I have my Glossier beauty products here and my Rms Beauty products in this bag. I'm going to start off with the Glossier side, and I'm using the Glossier Stretch Concealer in G7. I was using G6 before. The past few times I've used my Stretch Concealer, I just feel like I am suddenly too light for G6. Yeah, I should have been switched over. So this is G7. And I have been really trying to make an effort to say my shade names in the videos. It's just like I always forget, because I also just feel like a lot of people don't care because like everyone's a different skin tone. But I've been realizing now that I'm getting like a lot more views, which thank you guys so much. Literally, I'm so excited about the future right now. But a lot of people are commenting that they are a really similar skin tone to me and they would like to know the shades that I use. So yeah, I am really trying to make a better effort at doing that. I just love how the Stretch Concealer looks. It just looks so freaking beautiful on the skin. I'm gonna go over my under eyes with my fingers, but I just cannot get the Stretch Concealer product on my finger with these long nails. Then I'll just pat this into the skin with my finger. I hate blending out concealer with a brush underneath my eyes. I just like freaking hate that feeling. For the RMS side, I am using the Uncover Up Concealer in 33.5. I'm also going to be just using a brush for it. I just like the coverage that I get using a brush with these types of concealers, and then I also don't need to get my hands dirty, so it's always a plus. So the RMS concealer is not quite as creamy as the Stretch Concealer. I'm gonna pull you guys up closer, which could be a good thing for those of you with really oily skin. But this product, all of the RMS products, are very heavy with coconut, which I know a lot of people have sensitivity to. I am preferring the shade match on the Stretch Concealer compared to the RMS concealer, but that's really just a shade issue. I did have a commenter leave a comment on my full face using RMS saying that they have a hard time finding their shade in it because the undertones are really weird. That could just be an RMS issue then. I really do prefer the color on the Glossier side, but that's not a product issue, it's a shade issue. I don't think I have a preference for finish though. Both are looking really nice and radiant. So Glossier is still ruining my life by not putting out a bronzer. So if you know me and you know my Glossier videos, you know that I like to use the Wowder in Deep Dark for my bronzer when I'm doing my full face of Glossier looks. It does end up looking very pretty on the skin. Like, I wish I would remember to use the Wowder as a bronzer whenever I'm not doing like my full faces of Glossier. I just always forget to grab it because I don't like the actual Wowder formula as a powder. If they could just release bronzer cloud paints, but like keep it this color, beautiful. I would pay big bucks for that. I have not decided if I really like this bronzer or not. I still think I might return it, but I wanted to wait till after this video because I knew I wanted to film this video. I just feel like the color is like just weird. There's something off about the color. But it blends out really pretty. Like, that was very effortless. I just kind of wish that the color was different or that they had more colors. This was the only color that they had, which is also like just then super limiting for tons and tons of people. Like, I almost thought that this bronzer would be too light for me, which in a sense it kind of is depending on like what look I want to do, but it does show up on my skin. I feel like for a ton of people, like, this would not even show up. So because I am a highlighter before blush kind of girl, I'm going in with the Glossier Halo Scope, and I use the shade Quartz in this. I think that the Halo Scopes are an acquired taste. I do think that they are really pretty. I don't like that they're in stick form. I just like always get nervous with a stick cheek product. I just always feel like it's going to take product up from underneath it, even though I feel like the Halo Scope doesn't really do that, but I still don't. I don't know, it just kind of freaks me out a little bit. But it's really pretty. I don't use it too often. It kind of just gives you like a real natural glow without adding like a ton of shimmer or like blinding highlight to the skin. It really just, it looks like just glowy skin, which I think appeals to a lot of people. For the RMS Beauty side, I have the Master Mixer, and it just looks like this. It is very pretty. I do like using my beauty blender to apply it. I kind of just pick up product with my beauty blender and press it into the skin. And we'll just go ahead and put this one on the nose and the Cupid's bow and the chin. I think I might like the Master Mixer better than the Halo Scope, but I think the Master Mixer is like insanely expensive. For my blushes, I obviously have the Cloud Paints for my Glossier side, and then for my RMS Beauty side, I have the Lip to Cheek and Spell. This is what Spell looks like, and I feel like if I mix Dusk and Storm, but more of Dusk, it will look very similar to this, so that's what I'm gonna do. So my Glossier mix came out a little bit darker, but I also have noticed that the RMS Lip to Cheek goes on darker on the skin than in the pan, so I feel like it'll end up looking pretty similar on the face. I also just used so much freaking product. I always forget that when I do these videos, I'm just applying enough product for one side. Like, I feel like I always take out way more product than I need because I like instantly get enough product for my whole face. Cloud Paint looks beautiful as always. I'm obsessed with these. I just love the Cloud Paints. I feel like they are absolutely gorgeous. Always win it for me, like time and time again. And now I will apply Spell, and yes, I do use the same brush. I'm just lazy, and also I can't find a replacement brush for this. They are pretty similar. I think that Spell is coming off just a little bit more pink, but we're not trying to shade match here. Well, kind of were, but like we're really just doing this for like a comparison of the products. I feel like I like everything on the Glossier side better, but I think it's because I just prefer the colors on that side more. What do you guys think so far? Because I think in terms of like smoothness and coverage and glow, they look very similar, but I just prefer the colors on this side more. We're going to move on to eyes next, and if you've already seen my full face using RMS Beauty, you already know how I feel about those freaking eye polishes. If I could have returned them the day of that video, I would have, but I knew I wanted to film this, so I kept them. These suck so bad. I hate them. I hate them. There's nothing else left to say about it. I have the shade Lunar, and I have Seduce, and then I have Lucky. To give myself some definition in the crease, I am going to take some of my Wowder and apply that in the crease on the Glossier side. And I might as well take the RMS bronzer and put it in my crease. I haven't tried this yet. I might like it. I might like the formula better than the eyeshadow formula. I kind of like how that looks, to be honest. Maybe this bronzer is kind of growing on me. Honestly, I would keep it like this because I really like how the RMS side looks right now, but I know as soon as I put these eyeshadows on, I'm not going to like it. These eyeshadows are a waste of freaking money. I cannot believe they are $28 each. Like, I am mad about it. I'm going to take some of Fawn. I usually take Cub, but I figured I would try something new. These are just really pretty, and I know people have a lot of strong opinions on them, but you know what? These are exactly what you would expect a Glossier eyeshadow to look like. And I just feel like if you don't agree, then you just like don't understand the brand then. And if you don't like them, then don't buy them. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Slip like in the middle, and then I'm going to take it on the inner corner. And then I'm going to deepen up the crease just a little bit more. I'm going to build Fawn up just like a little bit more on the outer corner. I did a little bit of a deeper eye because I preferred the shade Seduce from the eye colors from Rms Beauty, and that's a little bit of a darker shade, so I'm going to start with that. I just like don't like that coppery shade called Lucky. I don't know. I like wore it one day and it creased any chance it would get. Like, I could re-blend it out and it would be creasing. It was just so bad. My camera battery died, so I took the opportunity to do my brows. For my brows, I just used the Glossier Brow Flick in brown and the Glossier Boy Brow in black, and that's how I filled them in. So next is mascara. For my Glossier side, I have my Glossier Lash Slick. I wonder if me doing these half Glossier, half other brand videos is ever going to get annoying for the Glossier side. Like, I wonder if I should just like come already with the Glossier side on, because I feel like soon enough people are just gonna like know like what products I use from Glossier and how I apply them and stuff. But I guess it is kind of good to see how things apply differently and stuff. I don't know. I just hope that these don't ever get like boring or repetitive. I'm sure you guys will let me know. Some of you guys are ruthless. Not really though. I, for the most part, am getting like a lot of really nice, thoughtful, kind comments, and I am so thankful for it. They seriously make my day. Every single one of them makes my day. I seriously love reading all of your comments and your kind words. It just like brings so much joy to my heart. So that's what Lash Slick looks like. I love Lash Slick. I think it's a really great everyday mascara, and I also love it for like lash separation. And then here is the RMS mascara. I don't really know how I feel about this guy. It's also really expensive, like too expensive for me to like be questioning it. I kind of feel like I could sit here and like apply the mascara for several minutes and still feel like my lashes look the same, just like lifted up a little bit. So this looks really cute, but it's taking me way too long. Like, I feel like I could just sit here and apply it forever and it will still look pretty much the same, which I guess could be a good and bad thing. It's whatever you're into. And now I am going to apply the lips. I have the Glossier Generation G lipstick in Leo, and it just looks like this. So very me shade. And then I have the Rms Beauty lipstick in Brain Teaser, which is also a very me shade, but with a twist. Like, it has a little bit of orange in it, which I typically don't go for, but it does look cute, so I'm not complaining. So I'm applying Generation G. So now I'm going to apply the RMS lipstick. The lipsticks are just really, really different shades, so I feel like it's a little bit hard to tell. They're also really different formulas too. Like, this is a very soft matte sheer, and then the RMS is like a regular full coverage creamy lipstick. What side do you guys like better? So this is the Glossier side, and then this is the RMS Beauty side. It's hard for me to tell because I'm so stuck on the colors of everything. I really prefer the colors and shades on the Glossier side, whereas I just feel like the colors on the RMS side are not me, and they're not meshing well with my look, and I'm just not sure if that's a brand issue or a shade issue. So for the skin side, I feel like looking straight ahead, the RMS side is more glowy, which in my opinion shows off my texture just a little bit more, but the Glossier side is like showing off a little bit of texture too. It's not like the Glossier side is like flawless and smooth, but I do see my texture peeking through a little bit more on the RMS side. I was really curious to see the lip to cheek compared to the cloud paint because I was really enjoying the lip to cheek, but now that it's on my skin, I still think I prefer the cloud paints. I feel like with the cloud paints, they just become one with your skin, and I feel like now that I'm looking at the lip to cheek compared to the cloud paints, I feel like the lip to cheek is just sitting on top of my skin. As far as the eyeshadow, so I do see some major improvement with the look of my eyeshadow using a brush on the RMS side, but I definitely prefer the look of my lid star. I just know that the lid stars are not going to crease on me. They are going to last a long time. They are foolproof. I really like the Glossier lid stars, and just for the amount of creasing that I know the RMS side is going to have, I just really do not recommend the eyeshadows. As far as like the bronzer, Glossier doesn't really have a bronzer, but I prefer the look of the Wouter compared to whatever RMS says their bronzer is. I think that bronzer is just really weird. The highlighters, they kind of just look the same to me. I do just automatically prefer the RMS highlighter compared to the Glossier highlighter because the RMS highlighter is in a pot form and I can easily like pick it up with my finger and pat it on or use a beauty blender. I just really don't love like stick highlights or blushes. Looking at both sides though, I would feel very comfortable leaving the house with either side. Like obviously I really like the Glossier side. We know this about me. I am a big Glossier fan. I just like it. Sue me. But if you do watch my comparison videos, you know that I will say always if there is a product that I prefer over the Glossier side. For the most part, I kind of prefer everything on the Glossier side, but I'm also thinking about the price. Everything on the RMS side is ridiculously expensive, like almost double what the Glossier side cost. So I just also keep that in mind because I kind of just think that kind of liking a product does not justify that price tag. So I am like keeping that heavy in mind when I'm talking about this, but I like either side. Like I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. Like things are looking good on my skin. I'm happy with how they look. But when you remember how much everything costs, I just really feel more comfortable with the Glossier side. I guess if you are really just interested in clean beauty products, RMS Beauty is probably the way to go. Everything looks very nice on the skin, but when I'm over here thinking about how much everything costs and how I just really genuinely prefer how everything is looking better on the Glossier side, I really can't sit here and recommend all of the products from the RMS side. So I guess the big takeaway here is if you care about clean beauty, I guess the RMS side would be the way to go, but I don't know. I'm just giving you guys my opinion. You can see it all right here and have your own opinion. Just please be freaking nice about it. I'm going to respect your comment no matter what. Like, I will love your comment if you say that you like the RMS side better, and I will love your comment if you say that you like the Glossier side better. I really just like the interaction, but don't be freaking mean. For some reason, my Glossier versus drugstore video got a little bit heated for no freaking reason. It's just a makeup video. Like, settle down. I kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable that I prefer the Glossier side just because in my past video, the Glossier versus drugstore video, some people were just leaving really nasty comments and judging my character and my intentions when they literally don't know anything about me just because I am a Glossier rep. I would not sit here and make these videos comparing Glossier to another brand if my intention was to sell you Glossier. Like, I'm over here just trying to find dupes for you guys. My Glossier versus drugstore video, if I had the intentions of selling you guys Glossier, I don't know why I would put the time into really trying to find some quality, affordable dupes. I don't know. That's just crazy to me that people were really sitting there trying to question my intentions. There was a really long time where I thought that it would be like weak of me to delete comments. I got to the point where I was just getting so many comments, good and bad, majority good, like 99% good, but there would be that one mean, nasty comment and it would like ruin all of the good comments for me. So I really did get to the point where like I had to delete them. And you know what's funny is after I deleted all of the nasty comments, nobody left another nasty comment. So I really just think that like negative-minded people will see a negative comment and then just feel comfortable commenting something else that's negative. Misery loves company, and that's that on that. I don't know, I just had to get that off my chest because I do feel a little bit uncomfortable that I do genuinely just prefer the Glossier side. But again, it is up to you guys. Like, you guys let me know which side you like better. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. But anyway, really, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all of the new views and subscribers and commenters. I really love reading it all and interacting with you guys. I am so motivated right now to make new content for you. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you go ahead and do that so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And thank you guys so much for watching.